blocking inherited rights with an inheritance rights filter using eDirectory rights. For example, in the previous example, we assigned lecturers and office administration staff various eDirectory rights to the students' organizational units. If, for instance, those rights may be different at a lower level, we need to somehow block those rights from being inherited. Assuming that inheritable is turned on, the only way to block it is to make a new trustee assignment or to actually put in place an inheritance rights filter. So right click on the object, select trustees of this object, and then if we select inheritance rights filter from this tab, as you can see there's a little arrow meaning there's more. If we select that, at the moment there is no filter, we can click add filter, we can select the entry rights, and by default every right is allowed to be inherited. So obviously again we can clear the rights that we don't want to be inherited, and we can tick only the rights we want to be inherited. For example, in this case we've allowed for supervisor and browse. If we click apply, let's find out what happens. Let's find out the effective rights on Alan. So if we look at trustees of this object, we use the effective rights button. In this case, let's actually find out. If you remember, we gave the lecturers the right to create, rename rights, object rights within the student organizational units. Let's find out what rights a lecturer, in this case Alex is an example lecturer, has now. If we click on entry rights, you see that it's only browse. The reason for this is that all the other rights that we gave lecturers group has been blocked by the inheritance filter, leaving only browse. Close. We can also add another filter. We can add filters for individual properties as well as use the all attributes rights properties to put a filter. For example, in the previous example we allowed office administration staff to be able to change the telephone number and the address of students. Let's add a filter for telephone number, and again we will clear everything and we will only allow compare and read. So basically the results we should be getting is that the office administration staff, because of this filter, will not be able to change our objects from this level on. Okay, so again if we use the effective rights option, so select the appropriate user. For example, in the staff, Nathaniel is office administration staff, and if we look at the telephone number, you see it's only read and compare because inheritance rights filter has blocked the right.